What's up everybody, VB here, welcome to Crysis 3 multiplayer gameplay! Yeah, I know, I'm a little late to the party really, aren't I? Sorry about that, but you know how it is. Payday, release dates, GOAT videos, you just get distracted and time passes without you knowing. Now gameplay wise, what you'll find in the background is mainly highlights from my early games in Crysis 3. Now they're all taken from Team Deathmatch, mainly because I do not dare wander into free-for-all until I've actually learnt the ropes a bit more sufficiently. However, that's not to say that all the videos I put up of Crysis 3 will be me running around being a boss getting a max nano suit, because I will focus later on covering some more objective gameplay, so like assault, extraction, things like that. Now whilst you're all startled and amazed by my feats of prowess and skill, or the lack thereof at times and when it's just pure luck, what I want to talk about in the video is those early experiences in the game and talk about the elements that really got me hooked onto the multiplayer, and also, being someone who played Crysis 2, what I think's been improved as well, because there has been a lot of tweaking going off behind the scenes, at least in my opinion anyway. Back in Crysis 2, I was a big fan of air stomps. You know, I'd do them whenever I had the opportunity to, and my typical plan of attack would be to run, jump, air stomp, take someone out, carry on running. That was the plan anyway. I was never really good at air stomps, me and negative KDs got well acquainted at times. But the problem was with the air stomps, is at times it felt very disjointed, almost blocky. You know, you'd go for the jump, you'd do the air stomp animation, and then when you stood back up, there was almost like this pause, this little window where it loads up the rest of the game and you carry on running. It didn't seem to work very well. Trying the same thing in Crysis 3, and it's clear to see that everything works a bit more smoothly. Actions, movement, transitions from different terrains, you know, there's a greater level of fluidity overall, and things feel just a bit more natural. Or as natural as it can get when you're playing as a superpowered human-alien robot hybrid. Another thing I'm really enjoying is the fact that there's so much more weaponry available to use, and I'm not just talking about those you get to accessorize your loadout with. Because when you jump in game, there is a heck of a lot of environmental weapons. You can rip off walls, tear out the ground, things like that, and you can just clobber the enemy with them. So just to name a few of the environmental weapons you'll encounter as you're going around the maps, there's cars you can kick, just like in Crysis 2, so you can power kick those at the enemies. But now there's metal poles in the ground you can rip up, there's pipes on the wall, there's grates, there's tombstones, there's circuit boards. My favourite thing I found is on Hydro Dam, there's lifesaver rings, which do exactly the opposite when you lob them at someone's head, so very contradictory term there. And the thing I was worried about the most was the fact that these were going to be little gimmicks, you know, they wouldn't have much impact. But no, when someone gets hit by a large metal pole, they flipping well know they've been hit by a large metal pole. In addition to that, there's also Ceph weaponry scattered around the map. So if you are fortunate enough, you may stumble across a superpowered sniper rifle for instance, or a mortar cannon, and you can basically decimate any enemy that comes in front of you. The only bad side is once you do pick one up, it interferes with your HUD display, so it does make you a target. So if you're not looking where you're going, you can get your neck broken. So out of the ones I've been lucky enough to pick up, I've enjoyed using the bolt sniper, because normally I have a terrible time with accuracy weapons, but this thing is pretty bang on all the time. And the other thing I've really enjoyed using is the incinerator. I think that appeals more to my Mortal Kombat side. Toasty! The ability to customise your class on the fly as you're running around a map is a pretty kick-ass idea as well. So what you can do is press up on your control pad or hold up if you want thermal vision. You can activate nano vision either way, and you can tag enemies, see what you got coming up. And then by pressing back on the Xbox controller, or suppose it's select on the PS3 controller, you can actually customise your attachments on your weapon before you get into the fight. So if they're unaware of your presence, you can switch it all to your stealthy stuff, take them out silently. Or if you think balls to it, let's go Leroy Jenkins, you can switch to all your loud attachments and do the most damage. So it's a pretty decent idea, and you don't see it in many other games. Usually you have to sacrifice your life to C4 or get killed deliberately before you can change class. Now it's not all rainbows and kittens, there are a few problems with the multiplayer, I'm not going to deny it. I'm not going to go into detail about it though, because I don't know too much about the technical ins and outs. I do know they have released a first week patch though, so I'll put a link in the description so you see what they covered there, and perhaps it makes more sense to you than it does to me. There are two things I do want to address though. One concerns dog tags. Now I don't know if it's just me being a Berk, but they keep resetting, and are they supposed to? I don't think they are. But I'm sat there achieving the impossible, I'm like, best in the world! Wait, what? Where's it gone? On the topic of disappearing acts, the other thing I want to comment on, and other people have picked up on this as well, is the magically appearing cargo crates. You know, you'll be making your way to the objective, next thing you know, poof! I'm blocking your path! Ta-da! Nobody cares, go back to Las Vegas, you're a terrible magic act. But I think those will be patched in time, hopefully, fingers crossed. It's just a case of them getting the matchmaking stuff out first. But other than that weird magical crate thing, it's a pretty damn good game. Enjoying my time, kicking ass, taking names. What more do you want from life, eh? Now, I'm going to wrap this video up, so I hope you enjoyed the gameplay and the commentary. I am going to do more Crysis 3 videos, so if there's anything in particular you want me to cover, do let me know in the comments. If you've got the game, let me know if you're enjoying it as well. Don't forget to drop a like, save to your fave, and also hit that subscribe button. Much appreciated. Keep up the GGs. I haven't said that in ages, have I? And I will see you in the next video. Take care of yourselves.